Hello, my darlings, and welcome back to Our Sacred Universe, a podcast where we meditate together. Today, what wants to come through me is an inner child meditation. Each of us has a part, or parts rather, that live inside of us that could be dubbed the inner child. Specifically today, we are going to be working with the female inner child inside of you and the male inner child inside of you. The little boy and the little girl that live inside of you and govern your life subconsciously. There's a lot of healing that needs to come through this space today for those parts, those aspects of yourself, and I could not be more thrilled to be your guide on this journey today. Now, before we settle in, just a couple of things I wanted to note. I invite you to join me on my other podcast called Conversations with My Higher Self. That one is it's a channeled podcast. It is a very intellectual space. It's a space of learning. It is a space where we talk about the mysteries of the universe, things like source consciousness and higher self, numerology, energy, etc. So I invite you, if you haven't checked that out, it's available on Spotify and Apple Podcast, as well as the recordings are available on YouTube, if that is your preferred mode or network. And the channel on YouTube is This is Mariya, Mariya with a Y, Mariya. And secondarily, if you haven't read my book yet, I wholeheartedly invite you to check it out on Amazon or Audible. It is called 72 Keys to Manifestation, or An Ancient Path of a Modern Day Alchemist. It is a book about abundance. It is a book about energy alchemy. It is all about a journey of bringing things into your orbit, causing things to become seemingly out of nowhere. I hope that this book will help you lead a more aligned life across all dimensions, whether that is, health, whether that is wealth, whether that is career, whether that is relationships. So I hope you find the time to check it out. Alrighty, my darlings, and now back to our inner child work. Today, the energies of the mother are really strong, Divine Mother, and so I'm expecting a beautiful transmission. Alrighty, my darling, so settle in, grab a comfortable seated position, or lie down, whatever feels right to you in the moment. Make sure you're comfortable. Make sure you're not going to be disturbed. Close your eyes and start focusing on your breath, allowing yourself to breathe in deeply all the way into the lower belly, and then audibly releasing and exhaling so that which no longer serves, you can start leaving your vessel, leaving your system. Take another deep breath in, deep into your lower belly, and then release and let go. Know that this is a safe space. In this space, you are always protected. You are always safe. You are taken care of so that your soul healing can happen in the most natural, organic, and loving way possible. And so continue to focus on your breath, just noticing how it enters and exits your lungs. How breathing is effortless, just like healing can be. And so with your breath, you're starting to create your personal healing space, like an auric field that surrounds you, a field that is protective, a field that is light, a field that helps elevate your vibrations, and the field that is really conducive to releasing and letting go. We're going to be doing a lot of that today. And now, I want you to imagine, with your eyes closed, that you're starting to fall down. You're falling down what seems like a dark, long shaft. Like Alice in Wonderland, you are falling somewhat gently. It's not a free fall. You feel like a force is carrying you towards a destination. And so just relax into this feeling of falling, feeling of being weightless, feeling of surrendering to this moment, to this journey, to this healing. We are going deep within your psyche, deep within your subconscious, deep into the past, not just this life, but all of the experiences that have gotten you to this point, all of the things that you lived, all of the things that your body still remembers. Notice how this force is gently depositing you in a circular room. And as you look around, you notice that the room is empty. It has a couple of windows and a door. So you come closer to the door, touch that handle, and the door opens effortlessly. And as you take a look at what is behind that door, you notice that it opens up into a beautiful Victorian rose garden. Allow yourself to step through the threshold into the garden. Notice that you are barefoot, and as you start walking along the grass, you feel the sensation of grass touching the soles of your feet, softly caressing them as you walk towards. As you walk forward. So you're feeling the grass and you're looking around, and there are a lot of rose bushes around you with white and red and pink roses. And it is really beautiful and fragrant here in this garden. And so you walk forward until you come upon an opening, a circular opening that is lined with trees and beautiful, well-trimmed bushes along the perimeter. And in the very middle of that opening on the grass, there sits a little girl. And as you walk closer, she is noticing you. And she is smiling upon you. This little girl is one version, one aspect of your inner child. This inner girl has been with you since the day that you were born, she watched you grow up. You were that little girl once. Perhaps you didn't want to grow up. Perhaps, on the contrary, you wanted to grow up as fast as possible. Look at this girl. What is she wearing? What does she look like? Every little detail matters. Does the little girl inside of you feel happy? Or is she sad? Is she perhaps crying? Is she jumping up and down for joy? Is she introspective or lonely? What is her mood? What does she wear? What color is her clothing? Does she look as if somebody's taking care of her? Or does she look as if her caretakers forgot about her? What is true about this girl? What do you know to be true about this girl? Does she have a lot of friends? Is she loved by her parents? Does she have a close relationship with one or both of them? Whatever comes through to you as answers to these questions, know that this girl formed who you are as an adult. A lot of her traumas, as well as a lot of her gifts, made you who you are. And now you're just getting to know this part of yourself. Very often, we do not take the time to understand the inner child or children inside our own bodies. And as such, these aspects of ourselves feel forever unseen, unheard, and unimportant. So looking at this little girl, what do you know to be true about her? What is her life like? Is it filled with beautiful experiences and new things? Does she like to be around others? Or is she more of the alone type? What is the thing that she likes the most in the world? What makes her feel loved? What makes her feel good? Now, notice that the little girl is taking you by the hand and leading you away from the circular, meadow-like opening and into the greenery. She's taking and leading you forward until you come upon a pink pond. There are beautiful lotus flowers growing upon the surface of the pond. And there are baby ducklings swimming upon the pond surface as well. There is something that this side of you, this little girl, needs to release. Something that has been weighing down on her. It could be a memory. It could be an object. It could be an item of clothing. There is something that she has that she needs to let go and release at this point in time. So watch as this little girl approaches the pond and takes something that belongs to her, an object or a piece of clothing, and throws that deep, deep, deep into the pond. With that, letting go and releasing that object. What is it that she just let go of? What does that object represent for you and for her? You may ask this part of your question. What is it that you needed to let go of? What is it that you gave back to the pond? And see what comes through for you as a message, a knowing, or a symbol. But even if you do not understand or cannot clearly hear what she's trying to tell you, do not worry. This experience is going to work either way. And now I want you to imagine that the little girl is taking a plunge and is diving straight into this pink pond. And now I want you to imagine how through the pores of her skin, emotions start bubbling up to the surface. Negative emotions, pain, and hurt that this girl experienced. Anytime she felt misunderstood, anytime she didn't feel loved, anytime she felt like she did not belong or was on her own, all of these experiences created cracks within her little heart. And now she's gently releasing all of that pain and all of that suffering. And now imagine that you are this little girl, that you have merged with her, that you and her are no longer separate, but you are one and the same. And now I want you to imagine how you are looking into your heart space as this little girl, and what you see are the cracks on the surface of your beautiful heart. Every time things didn't go according to plan, anytime you were disappointed or upset or in pain, it created a little crack in your beautiful heart. And so I want you to imagine how the pink waters of the pond are getting straight into those cracks and are sealing them one by one by one by one until your heart becomes whole again. Until your heart starts to glow with the most beautiful pink light imaginable, and is starting to light up your whole body. I want you to notice that there's something in your right pocket, like an object. Take it out right now, whatever that is. This object has been weighing down on you. It has been a burden that your little girl carried, a symbol of her inadequacy, or perhaps a symbol of why she would never belong. Something that inadvertently caused your little girl a lot of pain. I want you to release that thing right now. And now, as this little girl, I want you to come up to the surface of the pond, climb up to the bank, dry yourself up, and now I want you to imagine the one person that hurt this little girl the most. There is somebody in this girl's life. It could be somebody that you know from this particular incarnation, or it could just be a feeling of a person, an outline of a person. Who is that person that hurt your girl the most? I want you to imagine that this person is standing right in front of you. And I want you to know, without a trace of a doubt, that this being in front of you is not your adversary, is not your rival, is not your enemy. They were not out there to hurt you. This person standing in front of you is your greatest teacher, is your greatest teacher, is your greatest helper. They have always been on your side. They have always been on your side, and in fact, prior to coming into this body, you may have asked them to play the role that they did play for you. So in fact, they were always on your side. You may notice that the energy that surrounds the two of you is distorted. It's almost like there is a ripple in the air between you and that person. And because of this ripple, you're not able to see each other clearly. So I want you to imagine how, because of this new understanding, how through knowing that this person were not out there to hurt you, but were simply your helper and your teacher. I want you to notice how this knowing alone is removing the ripple in the air between the two of you. And how I want you to notice how this person standing in front of you is reaching out, placing their hands over their heart, and what emerges in their hand is a shape of a heart, emerald heart, that they are handing over to you. This person is giving you their heart, figuratively, of course. They're stretching out their arms to you, letting you know that whatever they did to you, they did so with love for your soul and with hopes of helping you grow. So take that heart and merge it with yours, and understand that through this experience that you've had together, or maybe it's been multiple experiences, you are very close. And so thank this person for all the lessons that they have taught you. Come up to them and give them a big, warm hug. Give them a big, warm hug and thank them for teaching you whatever lessons they had to teach you. Tell them how grateful you are and how much you appreciate their time and involvement. And now, I want you to start walking back to the circular meadow-like opening in the garden. And I want you to notice that there is an item of clothing that is waiting for you over there. This item of clothing is a new beginning. It's an invitation for you to step into a new version of yourself. The version of your inner child that is a healed child, a happy child, a child that's loved beyond measure, unconditionally, a child that never has to be alone, a child that is appreciated for who they are, quirks, inconsistencies, and all. And I want you to take that piece of clothing that is laid out on the grass for you, and I want you to put it on whatever it looks like. If you need to remove old items of clothing in order to fit into this new items of clothing, do so in this moment. Take off and shake off all of the old things that no longer belong, and put on this new outfit. The new outfit. And watch how the girl transforms. Watch how she's grinning ear to ear, how there's a little sparkle in her eyes, and how she feels so loved, so held, so understood, so healed, and so complete. And now, I want you to shake it off a little bit and separate yourself from the little girl in front of you, realizing that you two are not the same, that she is just one part of you, such a beautiful part indeed. And I want you to notice how she is grinning and running towards you and is giving you a warm hug, and you're lifting her in your arms. And she is held by you. And she is loved by you and accepted. And just how beautiful is she? How perfect is she? There's absolutely nothing wrong with her. There never has been. And so tell this part of you how much you love it. Tell her how much she means to you. Tell her that she can always come and talk to you, that you always have her back, that you are always interested in what she has to say. Tell her that with you she is safe and taken care of and complete and loved unconditionally. And now, I want you to imagine that you're leaving this little girl behind and you start walking. And as you're walking and feeling the grass under your feet, you come upon a meadow filled with sunflowers. There are so many of these beautiful sunflowers, and the sun is shining brightly in the sky, and it's a beautiful summer day. And as you walk amidst the sunflowers, you come upon an opening in this meadow, and there is a little boy that is sitting in the opening, waiting for you. What is this little boy doing? What is he wearing? How does he feel? What mood is he in? Is he playful? Is he sad? Is he very energetic and just runs around in circles? What is he up to? Is he engaged and working and doing something? Or is he just looking around, trying to figure out what to do? All of these things are signs. All of these things are symbols. Everything that you're being shown has a meaning. What is this inner child inside of you like? Notice how he comes up to you, takes you by the hand, and tugs you forward. And so you follow him deeper and deeper into the sunflower meadow until you come upon a well filled with canary yellow waters. And so this little boy climbs atop the well, sits at the edge of the well, and puts his feet into the canary yellow waters. He starts dangling his feet, little cutesy, little tiny feet, inside of the yellow waters of the swell. And you know that there is something that he needs to release and he needs to let go of. And so I want you to imagine that you're merging with this little boy, and you two become one. And so you are sitting on the edge of the well, filled with canary yellow waters, and dangling your baby feet in it. The water feels cool and inviting. It doesn't feel threatening at all, despite the fact that you know that this well runs really deep. It spans all of the many incarnations that you lived. And this little boy represents your inner masculinity. There has been a lot of expectations that this world has put on this little boy. His father expected something of him. His mother expected something of him. Enough so that he started to expect things of himself. And so he's been carrying these expectations from one life into the other, sometimes meeting them, sometimes failing to meet them. And the load of those unmet expectations has become heavier and heavier. And as you lift your right foot, I want you to notice that there are shackles around your little feet that you've never noticed before. And then there is a large weight that is attached to the shackles that is threatening to pull you down. This is the weight of expectations that you have for yourself and others have of you, but the particular kind of expectations that are not healthy for you to carry around, all the things that you should have dropped a long time ago. And so the time to drop these expectations is now. So I want you to imagine that you're reaching out to the shackle, and there is a white light that's streaming from your palm. And with the help of this white light, the clasp on the shackles becomes unlocked. And the shackle, along with a heavy weight attached to it, is dropping deeper and deeper into the well. And all of a sudden, this little boy is experiencing so much relief because he's no longer shackled. He's no longer held back. I want you to notice that on your left foot, there is the exactly same shackle, only it contains a different set of expectations. Allow yourself to drop that weight in the same exact way. Use the white light from your palms to release yourself, to unbind yourself, to untether yourself from the expectations of others. Allow yourself to take a deep breath to release all of that. You no longer need it. You never have. I want you to notice how this little boy has been holding on to some fears, certain fears. And his fears live in his root chakra, located at the very base of his spine. And I want you to notice that there is a red circular shape located right by the tailbone of this little boy, or you in this case. And I want you to take that circular shape, that red circular shape that represents your fears, all the things you're so afraid of, all the things you're so worried about, all of the things that you would like to never experience again. All of them have got condensed into this circular red shape. I want you to take it out of your body. Remove it. Just remove it from your lower belly. You may look at it for a few moments, turning it in your hands. And I want you to drop those fears into the canary yellow waters of the well. The canary yellow waters of the well. And watch as this red sphere is starting to sink deeper, deeper, and deeper into the well. Notice a relief that this brings. Notice how much lighter you feel inside. Notice how the things that have been weighing on you are gone. Notice how you're feeling liberated and lighter and happier and just overall free. And now I want you to jump into the waters of the well with your head fully. Just submerge yourself onto these waters and allow your little boy to release any and all negativity that is still stuck within. Any feelings of inadequacy, feelings of doubt, feelings of insecurities, low self-esteem, inner critic. Just allow the canary yellow waters to take away all of that and more. Any and all negative thoughts, and specifically, any and all trauma, all of the hurt that this little boy has. And as you come up to the very surface of the well, and then back to the ground, I want you to notice that your Father is standing in front of you. And you're this little boy, and this Father figure is looking at you. You may recognize this Father figure as your father from this life. You may recognize this Father figure as a collective energy of many lifetimes. Or this Father figure may feel like your divine Father not even corporeal in nature, your Heavenly Father. Whatever that is, I want you to notice what is the relationship between you and this father figure. And I want you to notice that this man standing in front of you loves you very, very much. He loves you so much that tears are starting to stream down his face. He comes closer to you, and he is telling you how proud he is of your progress, how incredibly excited he is about all of the things that you have done, you have learned, and you have become. And your Father is telling you that he loves you unconditionally. You don't need to become something. You don't need to achieve something. You don't need to change yourself. You don't need to do any of that, because his love is free of charge, right here, right now, and forever. It is always available to you, unconditionally, unequivocally. And so watch as he lowers to the ground gently and stretches his arms so you can run up to him and give him a big warm hug. And so as your Father is embracing you, lifting you from the ground and spinning you around, you realize that this is what this little boy has wanted all along, to just be held like this, to just be loved unconditionally, not having to achieve or change or shift. And it feels so good to be held by your Father like this. And it feels so complete, like you've reached the final destination of sorts. And then you watch as your Father lets you go. He's smiling upon you, and he's handing you a little object, an object that is a symbol of his love for you, and also the strength that he is imparting upon you. Take that object and put that either in the pocket of yours or inside of your heart space. And watch as your energy shifts, as you accept this unconditional love from your Father that you will keep inside of your body for many, many years to come. And now I want you to start coming back the way you came. And as you're moving back away from the little boy, you split from him again, and you become you, and he is left in his field full of sunflowers. And as you're moving back, passing through the rose garden where your little girl, your inner girl child is waving at you, you feel content and healed. And you know that you have gotten exactly what you needed out of this experience. And so you're ready to come back. And so you notice the door, that door that you came through, and you enter the room, and an invisible force is starting to lift you up, 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 through the same shaft, the same tunnel that you came down through. And so you're going up, 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 back to your conscious mind, back to your daily life, back to the quote-unquote real world. Whenever you're ready, you may start to slowly wiggle your toes, move your fingers, shift and stretch your neck. Whenever you're ready, you may open your eyes and fully come back. I hope that you enjoyed our journey today. I hope that meeting your inner children, the boy and the girl, was an interesting, helpful, and healing experience. And I know that the shifts that you made today are going to help shape the rest of your life, will help optimize your life journey, will help you rewrite your future into a better, more harmonious version. I hope that you enjoyed our journey. I'm sending you a big virtual hug, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.